fear made you freeze. Maybe you feel unprepared. Maybe people doubt you. Maybe the world says it is impossible. What if I tell you God is already moving before even you step forward? Today's message is called, do not let fear stop you. Move the stone and step into God's promise. Stay with me because this message could change the way you move in life. Even if the situation looks impossible, God sees your potentials. And even if fear whisper, stop, God whisper, move. Here's the truth. Fear focuses on the stone, but faith focuses on resurrection. Now let's look at Mary Magdalene and the other women in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 16, verse 3. Early in the morning, they went to the tomb of Jesus. They carried expensive oil. They carried hearts full of hope, even though they didn't know what would happen. And as they were going, they asked each other, who will roll away the stone for us? Can you see it? The stone looked huge. The task looked impossible. The world looked like it was against them. And yet, they didn't stop walking. Sometimes we wait for a clear path, but God asks us, work fast, then I will move the stone. The women didn't have all answers. They didn't know how they would succeed. They didn't even know if anyone would help them. But listen carefully. Faith moves in uncertainty. And today, many people, like the disciples at this hard time, they were hiding, afraid, or waiting for a perfect conditions. Fear says, it is too big. Fear says, you are not ready. Fear says, stop. But in contrast, there the women shows us a powerful truth. Courage is not absence of fear. Courage is moving despite of fear. Now, note this. They didn't roll the stone themselves. They didn't do everything at once. Instead, they took one step, showing up. And then God did the rest. Now, let's be honest. There were many reasons for them to stop. The stone looked immovable. The world was against them. The disciples were hiding themselves. Even so, they kept moving. Have you ever heard inside you, you cannot do it? It is too hard. People will laugh at you. But God says, move anyway. Opposition is not a stop sign. Instead, it is a signal you are on the right way. Now, let me tell you a real story. A person gave their life to Jesus Christ. They had nothing, no money, no building, no support. But then God gave them a vision. Start a church. And as expected, people laughed. They said, new believer, you are too small. You don't have resources. You will never make it. This will never work. But despite of all that, they moved anyway. They started small, a few people gathering, simple prayers, sharing word, no stage, no equipment, just a faith. Step by step, God started moving. People came, lives changed, hope restored. Today, more than 347 people attend that church. And not only that, that one small beginning now has multiplied branches in different regions. What people laugh at, God multiplied it. So let's quick go over the key lessons from this story. First, movement is stronger than fear. Second, take steps even if you don't know everything. Third, small steps can lead to a big miracle. Fourth, opposition is expected. Do not quit. And finally, God is ahead of you. Trust his timing. Now, here is the mind-blowing part. The women were worried about the stone, but God had already removed the stone. Sometimes we start thinking we must solve everything. We must move the stone ourselves. But the truth is this: God is already ahead of you. And your step of faith aligns with his plan. So now, ask yourself, am I letting fear decide on my future? Am I waiting for a perfect time? Am I focusing on obstacle instead of God? Please let us know your answers to these questions in the comment section. So, what step can you take? Move one step, move one small action forward. Stop waiting for clarity. Trust God as you go. And remember this: do not let fear stop you. Move the stone. God is already ahead. Mary Magdalene and the women went into uncertainty, but they returned with a resurrection story. And in the same way, you may feel blocked, afraid, or small today, but your first step can change your life forever. So start now, move forward, and trust God, because the stone is already rolled away. Before you go, if this message has spoken to your heart, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and write in the comment section, I will move forward in faith. I would truly love to hear from you. And if you want more messages like this, messages that help you grow in faith, courage, leadership, and purpose, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because we are growing together. Thank you for watching. Bye.